my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Jim.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Say hi. 180. Lucky 48. 54. Watch 54.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV. Called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you watched a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
180.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Gun.
Check. He's Mike. We don't want this.
On second and 11 now. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Right down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check girls.
Now Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Now, 180. Watch it, OP. Situation, let's go. He's checking. Crash. Check 3.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
They're running it. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey, wahoo!
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking of...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
That's it, baby.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And now out comes Minnesota. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They go play action. Cousins. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 32-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Throwing is Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Hey, Ken. Yellow. 95,
Cousins to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Right there. Down. Right there. 180. Hey, we're good. 180. Coming up to you.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A spin. He gets it to Brown. Complete. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the curl.
They run the counter with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Smooth.
95 Mike, what 95? Hey, tighten down. There you go.
95's the same. No, check. He's Mike.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
The 41-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, son.
36. Purdue, 734.
54, Mike, 54.
Now a play fake. Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
95's the same. No.
Yellow.
I got you, boy.
95's Mike. Orbit.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. Incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
One. Lucky 50.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Ooh, the juke. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
First. Gun.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 81 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they got the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Monday, down. 180. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Carr. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Raiders.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Now.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
Down. 280.
55. Eat. All day, every day, any day.
618.
Check one. Watching you five. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
That's it.
From the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
General West.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw, Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Behind.
Receiver. Oh, you got deep?
First down. Here's Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cousins to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Third down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins again. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Watch the end. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Wide.
Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A 3-yard pickup.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now, 180. 180, we're good, we're good. 180, go Chief.
On second down, Kamara. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Watch the run, watch the run. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double.
Toss play, Kamara. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
180!
Mike's 5-4.
All day, baby, all day.
On second down, Cook.
Go, go. Let's run.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Man left, man left. 4 down.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Squeeze, double.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They run it again with Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Raiders, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.